Hello everyone. Today is our last class for the course. So let's make the most of it, right? Today we will see two important topics that will help you to express yourself more fluently. So let's get started. The first is WH questions word with will and going to. Repeat. WH questions with will and going to. Now, in one moment, we're gonna look the difference between one and another one, right? But what is the WH question? Remember who, where, when, what, why, how long, and etc. Right? We all have a lot of questions about the future. So sometimes we wonder what kind of technology will people use in 2050, right? Or how will humans communicate in 2026, right? Or maybe we will be able to visit other planets, right? In this class, you will learn how to make questions about the future. By the end of this class, you will identify the use of the different question words using communicate activities to ask questions about the future. Recognize the use of different question words throughout communicate activities to ask questions about the future. Asking questions about the future using question words, right? We can ask some about the future using going to and will, right? Just hold on. Déjame tomar agua. Now, the first is with going to. Going to. Right? Remember, going to is the same that gonna, right? I'm going to visit my mother. I'm gonna visit my mother, right? It's the same, right? We use going to when we have intention or we plan to do something. When we have intention, right? I mean, I have the intention that do something, right? Or we plan to do something, or we plan to do something, right? Now, for example, what are you going to do tomorrow after class, right? Check this word. Repeat, what are you going to? This is the first part of our structure. What are you going to now? Then we have the verb in simple form. In this case, do, right? Next, the complement tomorrow after class. Now, the structure is the next. Pay attention for this part. The structure is like the first what word we have in the beginning, right? The WH word. We WH word, right? And it's a question word, right? Then we have verb to be, right? To be. And what is this? Yes, our personal pronoun, our subject. This is you is subject. Plus going to, the auxiliary going to, the modal verb going to. Plus this is the verb, but verb in simple form. Repeat, verb in simple form. Then this is our complement. Complement. And finally, our question mark. Question mark, right? What are you going to do? Hacer tomorrow after class, right? Now, for another example with this, when is your sister going to get married, right? Another example with this structure, just hold on. Repeat. Now, in this case, we use the WH when. When WH after the verb to be, when is your sister, in this case, when is your sister? Subject, WH word, verb to be, subject, then going to. When is your sister going to get married? Verbs in simple form, get, complement, and finally question mark. Right? Another example, what? For example, where is, all right, before, for this question, you can ask the next. She's going to, for this question, repeat. She, I mean, your sister, she is going to, she is going to get married on, I don't know, February, maybe December, right? December 10th. December 10th, right? Now, another example with this, maybe, where is Gerardo? Another example, where is Mario? WH word, verb to be, subject, Mario, I mean he, where is Mario going to? Going to, verb to be, live, right? Verb to be in simple form, live in the USA. I mean United States of America, right? where is Mario going to live in the USA, right? Now, for this question, you can ask the next, right? I mean, I mean, Mario, he is the subject for, is the personal pronoun for Mario in this case. He is going to live, check this, subject going to, verb to be, going to, verb in simple form. He's going to live in Salem, Virginia. Right? This is for the going to, right? Now, but we can also use will, right? But before taking shot, take a screenshot for this or take note. I'm gonna get off of the board. I'm gonna delete all this, right? Or I'm going to delay all this. Now, the next use for will, right? Uh, right. Will we use for to ask about future events, right? To ask or talk about for future events, right? Things that are gonna happen in the future, right? Decisions or prediction without evidence. Or predictions without evidence, right? For example, in this case, uh, for this, where will you host the party? I repeat, where will you host the party? The first, and at the beginning, the double H word, repeat, where then the auxiliary, the modal verb will. Where will you, modal verb, subject, in this case, the second person, you, then host the party, and question mark. Now, what is the structure for this? The structure for this is the next, right? check the double H, the question word, plus the modal verb will. And what is this? Personal pronoun or subject. Has, repeat, WH question, will, subject, verb in simple form. This is verb in simple form, right? Plus complement, and the last thing is the question mark, right? Plus, right? Now, another example with this structure, for example, in this case with who will you, who, the question word, who will, subject, who will you, what thing, ask us to help us, who will you, verb in simple form, ask to help you organize the party, right? And maybe you can ask for this. For this question, I will ask Diana. I will ask Diana. Subject, modal verb will, verb to be. In this case, another subject, but is the secundario, right? I will ask Diana to help me to organize the party, right? Now, another example with this. With when, question word, in this case, when, then when, what? Yes, modal verb, will. When, will, another modal, and subject, then subject, when will you buy the food, verb in simple form, right? Buy, comprar, buy the food on drinks. And question mark. The last, and you can ask for this question, maybe I will do, subject, modal verb, in this case verb in simple form, I will do on Friday morning. Friday morning. Right? Remember that there are several types of question words. For example, where, who, when, etc. Right? Each word has a specific use. For example, if you want to know a place, you always use where for place, right? Now, where are you going to have lunch today? We are going to have lunch at Fusi, right? Now, please take a screenshot for this and get off. Are you ready? I'm gonna delete all this. Now, use of double H words. The first is, where's my, where we're gonna use for places, right? Where you, I mean, where is the places that you are, right? Then word, then WH word, when. When we use for moments, day, month, or year. Moments, year, month, or day. Then when, what time, what time, what time open the bank, right? What time we use for a specific time, specific. Then what? Only what? Not what time. Only what? What we're gonna use for general info. Right. Next word is which. What about the which? We use which for choice or alternative. Next, who. We're gonna WH word who for person or people. Then whose. Don't who. Whose. Whose we're gonna use for possession. Next word, how. How we gonna use for manner or way, right? Then why? Why we gonna use for reasons or explanations? Reasons. Why are you sad, for example, no? Or explanations. And I mean, in other words, read what did I learn, right? And the last word is how long. How long, right? How long we're gonna use for a period of times, right? Now, please take note for this or take a screenshot. Now, for the next part, it's about for the speaking. The next, right? Sorry. The next is for exercise for putting on the practice our knowledge, our this knowledge, right? I'm gonna delete this. Now, imagine for one moment your best friend is going to travel to New York City the next month. Ask him some questions about his plans, right? Keep in mind this exercise. The first is the next. Where are you going? Where are you going to? Blank, comma, question mark, another question mark. 5 stars, right? The next question. Now, who will you? Next, third, will you walk around? Will you walk around? Next, are you wearing are you going for your friends? Number 5, what will what will the be like? Sunny, 6, where will you which stars? 7, which places will you the first day? And the last, number 8, what time will you leave? Now, one other rule for ask these questions, you can only use the next word. I mean, money, go with, uh, fly, and Central Park, airport, souvenirs, um, taxi, weather, go shopping, flight, visit, stay, And I mean, stay, go with, central. Go. Yes. To ask on this sentence, you only use these words, right? So ask, try to solve this exercise. You have 10 seconds. I'm gonna give you the answers for this exercise. The first, where are you going to? 5 stars. And what words we can use for this, for complete this sentence? For the first, we're gonna use stay, right? I mean this word. Next, who will you, right? I mean, who for person. So, who will you go with? Go. Go will. Will you walk around? Walk around. What place? The only place is Central Park. Central Park. Right? Are you going? Are you going for your friends? I mean, what thing, what words are you wearing for your friends? In this case, is souvenirs. Are you wearing souvenirs for your friends? Right. What will the be like sunny? What word we can use for this sentence? Sunny. Check. The K is sunny. I mean the weather. Next, where will you? Which stores? Right? Where is from places. So where where will you go shopping? Go shopping. Where will you go shopping? Which stores? 7. Which places will you? Right? Which places? The first day. What word? What word? What word? What about of these? Beset. Which places will you visit the first day? Right? Then, what time will you, what thing? What thing? In this case is, don't is airport, non is flight, is flight, right? What time will your flight HT, right? Please take a screenshot for all these sentence. Now, for the writing part, the first homework for today, writing part. Your first homework, right? Writing part. For the writing part is, how will the world look like? Repeat. How will the world look like? Do you imagine the world in 20 years? Just hold on. Let me delete all this. Right. For the writing part, again, for this part, repeat, how will the world look like? Probably in 30 years. How will we live in the year 2050? How will the world be different in the future? Look at this example. Check this. How will the world be different in the future? I think the world will be very dangerous in the future because of the way things are happening, right? We are gonna build many machines that will rule our lives. We won't be able to make choice anymore. We won't be in contact with other beings anymore. Everything will be fake and cold, right? Before, this is one example, right? Now, before you write or your description, take a look of the rubric that you will use for to get your score when you're finished your writing. Now, in the nutshell, next topic is the another exercise. In a nutshell, en pocas palabras. What did I learn? ¿Qué aprendí? In this section of the class, you learn that there are several words, right, in English that you can use to make questions about the future. you have to pay attention to the information you want to. If you want to know the place, you use when. If you want to know the reason, you use why. Once you have this, you need to remember the order of the questions. What is the order? Do you remember? The order is the next. For the going to first WH word, right? Question word. Question word. Then to be. Then to be subject. Then subject going to. Plus verb in simple form. And last, the question mark. This is the structure for the going to. Now, for will, for modal verb will, first, again, the question word. Plus, will, plus, subject, plus, verb in simple form, plus, question mark. Plus, verb simple form, plus this, right? Now that already we have this keep in mind. It's time for the last exercise for the first part of for this class, right? Please take note for this. Now, you have to tell me if the next sentence is correct or incorrect, right? The first is the next. How long are you going to visit him? Correct or incorrect? And I'm gonna give you the answer for this. Then this is the first. This is the second. The second question is which will help you with your biology project? Question mark. Then the third sentence is how much days are you going to stay in Paris? The next word is next question. What will you travel to Argentina? Right? You have to choose if the the question is correct or is incorrect, right? You have 20 seconds for this exercise. Now it's time for give you the answer for this exercise. Just let me drink water. Sorry. The first, how long are you going to visit him? Is correct or incorrect? Correct. Now the structure is correct for make a question, right? In the future, we're going to. The next is which will help you with your biology project. In this case, it's incorrect because when we want to know the person, we use who. Who will you with your biology project, right? Who? I mean, what is the person that she or he gonna help you with your project? Next, how much days are you going to stay in Paris? Is correct or incorrect? In this case, this word is incorrect. Why? Because in this case we are use much, and much is for uncountable things: sugar, wind, all right, wine, coffee, etc. And these are now countable. Now the word that we have to use for countable is how many, cuántos, para sustantivos contables. Un día, 2 días, 3 días. How many days are you going to stay in Paris? Or also we can use how long. Check how long are you going to stay in Paris? How long are you going to stay in Paris? Right? Because how long is for periods of times, right? How long we're gonna use for periods of times, right? And the last, what will you travel to Argentina? Now, in this case, for this question, we want to know the reasons, right? So, the correct word for reasons is why. Why will you travel to Argentina? ¿Por qué vas a viajar a Argentina? Right? For reasons. Right? Now, it's all for this first part of the class. Es todo para esta primera clase, para esta primera parte de la clase. Recuerda que esta es nuestra última clase y concluimos 30 horas de material didáctico en inglés. Hemos visto muchísimos temas, ya que sí vimos todos los tiempos, pasado, presente, y ahora estamos viendo futuro. Y en un momento vamos a ver verbos modales. De hecho, will ya es un verbo modal, pero vamos a ver otros verbos modales. Entonces, anota por favor esto que tienes en tu pizarrón para poder avanzar al siguiente y último tema de este curso de inglés de Catepec para nuestra comunidad. ¿Vale? Anota y en un momento más iniciamos con el segundo tema. Solo déjame tomar agua. Un segundito más y comenzamos. The next topic and the last topic for this course, right? And the next topic is modal verb. The first, good. The modal verb, good. This verb, in this case for invitation, using to form uncommon phrases. Repeat, invitations, right? Invitations using the form and common phrases. Invitation using the form and common phrases, right? Invitations are important because you live in a society, right? Like you, like your neighbor, like me, like all the people, right? Where everybody interacts socially with people. There are always some social events such as birthdays, weddings, barbecues, sport or musical events, or you want to go to movies, plays, and restaurants. Most of the time you will want to go with your friends, right? Therefore, you need invitations. Therefore, por lo tanto, necesitas invitaciones. You can make accept, decline, or invitations, right? Repeat. Make, accept, or decline invitation. They can be formal or informal, right? The content of this section is first an introduction to the topic, right? A presentation of a common expression for making, accepting, and declining invitation formally and informally, right? And then activities to practice your skill, language learning. I mean, writing, reading, speaking, and listening, right? Speaking and listening. In the end of this topic, you will find a self-assessment exercise. By the end of this section, you will structure sentence using phrases such as good luck, or and can't, among others, to formulate, accept, or decline invitations, right? So pay attention because this is very important for you. Just hold on. Common expression used to make accept or decline invitation. First of all, remember, good service to construct interrogative and negative. Right? Repeat. Good service. Right? Good service to construct interrogative and negative sentence. Interrogative and negative sentence. Right? We have that they need to use auxiliary verbs such as the and does. For example, would you like some cookies? Repeat. Would you like some cookies? Would you like some cookies? ¿Te gustarían algunas galletas? Or maybe in negative, I would not would not, or good, not, or maybe couldn't, right? I do not, I couldn't eat that watermelon. The watermelon if I were you. What means this? Yo no me comería, el good es más o menos como la terminación ría a los verbos. Te gustaría, right? Gustar, gustaría. Comer, comería. In this case, I wouldn't eat that watermelon if I were you. Yo no me comería esa sandía si fuera tú, right? But now, this is all for this part of this class. Now, the next is pay attention. People have in daily life social situations such as birthdays, graduation, or wedding parties. Sometimes you want to go some events such as musical concerts, sports, matches, movies, or only go to restaurant or bar. More, most of the time, you and people don't want to be alone of these activities. Therefore, you make or receive invitations. When you give somebody an invitation, you ask if he would like to go somewhere, do something, or have something. There are two ways of answering. He accepts the invitation or he declines the request. Invitations can be divided into formal and informal. In the next chart, there are some common expressions to make accept or decline invitation in formal or informal situations. The first is for formal situations. Repeat. The next is for make, hacer, coma, recite, or decline invitations. Now the next is the next. Right, for formal situations, in this case for making invitations. Making invitation. For example, I would very happy if Go with me to the movies, right? For formal invitations, and in this case, also we have for formal situations accepting invitations. Now, for accepting, you can say it's delightful to go with you. Es un placer salir contigo, right? Thank you very much for inviting me. Repeat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for inviting me. Right? Now, another word that you can use, it's the next. For example, for this, I would be delighted if I would be delighted if I mean, yo sería o estaría muy contento si tú, bla, 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 accept, go with me to the theater, right? Another, would you care to, repeat, would you care to, or would you like to, would you like to, right? Now, for formal invitations, or this is falta, perdóname, make invitation, accept invitation, and decline invitations. This is A, this is B, and this is C, right? Just hold on. Permítame un momentito que está muy acabado ese marcador. Ay, no tengo otro. Now, for C, I mean decline invitations. Declining invitations, right? For example, already promised go on another place, right? Ya prometí, promised, already promised, go with other friend, right? Ya prometí ir con otro amigo, for declining invitations. para declinar invitación, es decir, negarte a ir o negarte a X cosa. Another, I'd like to, but I'd like. I is the contraction for I would. I would, it's the same. For this, I'd like es como me gustaría, pero, right? Contraction ideas. Now, I'd like yes, to go, but I don't know. And another, I'm afraid I'm afraid I'm afraid right? Another, I'm very sorry. I don't, right? Thank you for asking me, but I can't. Or sorry, I think I can. Or unfortunately, I can. Right? Now, all these for formal situations, right? For situations very formal. Now, the next is for informal situations, right? I mean, between friends, between homies, right? Between family. Please take note for this, and I'm gonna moment in one moment, and in one moment I'm gonna give you for the informal situations, right? Dejen tomar agua y seguimos. Making invitations, right? Now, for making invitation in an informal situations, for example, come on. right? Another, like to come to. Another, shall we come to, no, shall for the, by the end. Short, I'm gonna, lo voy a dejar al final. The next, why don't you come to, why don't you come to, the next, you must come to. Must mean es como debes de, it's like obligation, right? You must come to, you must make your homework, right? You must do exercise, right? Debes de. Now, the last is the next. Shall we come to? Now, what means shall? Shall. What means shall? Shall is used for the future right now. But see, if shall is used for the future, what is the difference between shall and will? Now, shall versus will. Repeat, shall is used for the future, but mostly in questions to ask for somebody's opinion in offers and suggestions. Repeat, questions for opinions or suggestions. Now, it's only used with, check this, first person. Shall, it's, repeat, only used for first person. In singular way, yo, and in plural, with we. Right? Please take note for this. Right? For example, one example with this. Shall I call you tomorrow? Te llamo mañana. Te llamaré llamada. Right? Shall we make some tea? Right? Haremos algo de té. Right? Don't get confused with this, shall or will. Both are verbs, are modal verbs and expresses the future time, right? Show is used with personal pronouns in first person, I and we, and it's considered formal, a little formal, right? By other side, will is used with the pronouns in second and third person. I mean, you, he, she, it, they. Repeat. With you, he, she, it, they. He, she, it, they. One example with will, for example, will they bring cake? Will they bring cake? Will they bring cake? Or he will be arrived tomorrow, right? Uh, uh, please take note for this. I'm gonna delay this. Now we're gonna continue with the topic. Now for informal situations, repeat, informal situations. For informal situation, B, accepting invitations. Repeat, B, accepting invitations, right? For example, for accepting invitations, you can say, all right. Or maybe you can say, I would, I will. On will. Could and will is the same. Just good is the past for the will, right? Past and normal, right? Normal modal verbs. Now, I love to come. I good in the contraction. I love to come. Another maybe, sure, I'm coming. Another word for this, that would be very nice. That would be very nice, right? For the last part for this, B. No. Here. Declining invitation. Declining invitations in an informal context and informal situation, I can make it. I can make it. Another maybe I don't think I can. Repeat, I don't think I can. Another maybe I'd love, but 1, 2, 3. Or I wish I could, but I in wish I could. In wish I could, but or sorry, I'm very busy. Sorry, I'm very busy. Or that would be another, sorry, maybe next time, right? Tal vez en la siguiente. Right. The last of this course and the last exercise for today, it's the next. In this activity, you have some invitations that have different responses. Only one is correct. Can you find it? Right. Choose the right answers. But before, take a screenshot for the board. Now, sorry, try to solve this exercise. The first, would you like to watch? A horror movie this afternoon? I have the tickets for Bruno Mars. Would you like to go? Third, Third is the next. This Friday night, remember, the days always goes in capital letter. I mean, in Spanish. Los días siempre van en mayúscula. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All the days goes in capital letter. In this case, Friday. This Friday night is my graduation party. I was wondering if you can come. 4, 3, 4. I feel like eating hamburger. Hamburger. Um, let's go, Thomas. Let's go to Thomas. And the last is the next. Sorry. 5. No, just 4, just 4. And the possible answer first. The first A. Sorry, I don't like horror movies. Or B. Or B. Why? For the second exercise, in A, sorry, I like to. Or B. Sorry, I can't. For the exercise 3, in A, we have I like love to come. Or B. I'm very sorry. Come on. I will be there. And the last, in A, sorry, Sorry. With the greatest pleasures. Or B, I love to go. I love to go. Sorry, I don't like horror movies. Why? What is the correct option for this? In this case, the correct option, think for one moment. What do you say? What is the correct option for this exercise? Now, is this. Sorry, I don't like horror movies. Because why don't make sense with the sentence? I have 2 tickets for Bruno Mars. Would you like to go? Sorry, I like to. Sorry, I can. In this case, this sorry, I like don't make sense. Sorry, I like. Lo siento, quiero ir. No tiene sentido. Don't make sense. Sorry, I can. This is the correct options. This Friday night is my graduation party. I was wondering if you can come. Now, I'd like love to come, or I'm very sorry, I'll be there. This don't sense, right? Don't make sense. Lo siento, estaré ahí. What? I'd like love to come. Me encantaría. I feel like eating her hamburgers. Let's go to the Tommy's. I'm sorry, with the greatest pleasures. I love to go. I'm sorry, with the greatest pleasure. Lo siento. Será un enorme placer. What? I'd love to go. Me encantaría ir. Right. Now, for the last part of this class, it's for a speaking part, your decisions, right? For this activity, you will have 3 situations. Make an invitation and give reasons for it. One, you have the ticket for horror movie or like this. Invite your best friend to go with you. 2, it's Friday. Invite your friend to have a drink at the bar. Now, the next is accept the invitation and give reasons for it. First, your friends invite you to spend your vacations in Canada. Then, your friends invite you to watch a great boxing fight, right, on TV or at a bar, I don't know, in his house, etc. On the first, decline the invitation and give reasons for it. In the first part, it's your best friend's sister's wedding. He invites you. You don't like her. You don't want to go, right? And then, and the last, your friend invites to you a classical music concert. You don't like a classical music, right? Decline the invitation and give the reason for it. Ok. Esta es la última parte. Aquí, hasta aquí llegamos a las clases de inglés de Catepec Conamá. Fueron en total 30 horas y se vieron más de 30 temas, ¿vale? Se estuvieron viendo con mucha profundidad muchos de los temas. Asimismo, recordemos que vimos desde lo más básico, como son los pronombres personales, los pronombres posesivos, cómo utilizar esto de aquí, ¿no? Por ejemplo, esto de aquí. A, hamburger, o vimos el let's, también vimos por qué se da esto, vimos I'll, los contractions, vimos muchísimas cosas, vimos preguntas en distintos, no solamente en presente normal, sino vimos presente simple, presente continuo, así como pasado simple y pasado con verbo to be. Y del futuro vimos we, will, and going to, y vimos también let's como invitación, vimos días, vimos meses, cómo escribir la fecha, sesiones en cuanto, no, seasons, me refiero a estaciones del año, spring, fall, winter, etcétera. Es decir, vimos muchísimas cosas que te van a ayudar muchísimo. Si tú tomas este curso las 30 horas al pie de la letra y haces todos los ejercicios que se te estuvieron dando, realmente vas a estar a un nivel ya literalmente de A2 inicial. Es decir, es todo el bloque de lo que corresponde a A1. Lo que en otras partes te cobran mucho dinero por llevarte hasta este nivel, aquí fue pues prácticamente gratis, ¿no? En ese sentido. Entonces solamente es cuestión de revisar los videos y de repetir justamente las explicaciones las veces que sean necesarias y poner al momento que tú vas a hacer tus ejercicios, cuando repitas, ponerle pausa y las palabras que no entiendas, investígalas y velas agregando a tu diccionario personal, a la especie de como tu glosario personal en una libretita. Entonces te invito a que sigas aprendiendo, no solamente inglés, sino cualquier otra el abanico de opciones educativas que tiene Codamat para ti. A mis alumnos de inglés, nos vemos el sábado, como todos los sábados nos estamos viendo, de 9 a 1 para tomar clase y recuerda que de 1 a 2 se da una regularización casi personalizada, donde si tú tienes una duda que nunca has entendido por qué es como es, me la haces y la realizamos en este momento y la explicamos en este momento y realizamos ejercicios. Entonces te seguimos invitando a que te vayas a escribir al CONAMAT, no solamente curso de inglés, recuerda curso de Comipems, curso de UNAM, curso de Politécnico, así como diplomado en matemáticas y varias opciones más, así como sesiones personalizadas, ¿vale? Diplomado kits en matemáticas, etcétera, de herramientas pedagógicas y educativas que como CONAMAT, Corporativo CONAMAT, tenemos para ti, ¿vale? Recuerda, estamos en Catepec 3030 a una cuadra del Mexibus. Por mi parte es todo, nos vemos en la siguiente y sigue echándole muchísimas ganas a esta meta de alcanzar el inglés. Por mi parte es todo. Cuídate y see you later, my friend.